Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, start of a new series, and depending on how well it goes, will be if it continues. So, this is, I think it was around like 6 years ago, I saw this YouTube series. It was by Nepenthes, who is a YouTube, oh my god, messing up already. He's a FIFA YouTuber, and obviously, the 2K community kind of got, well, the MyTeam community kind of got big of Jezzer doing, FIFA stuff in 2K. So I thought, you know what, we'll try it with this. So basically what he did is he started out with 10,000 coins, or MT as we'll call it. And he made basically a team with that 10,000 coins. Like, just get a full team, 10,000 coins, and then blah, blah, blah. And then, what do? You go into the Gold Cup. Obviously, we don't have tournaments or anything, which is a weird one. Why don't we have tournaments, 2K? So when he would, so in a tournament in FIFA was 4 games if you win a tournament. And basically, the time he would lose a game, he would sell that team, try and make profit, and then basically you just keep doing that. So I think with his first team, bought it for 10k, and he sold it all for like 17k. Now, obviously, there's no tournaments in 2K, so we can't really do that. What we can do is, obviously we have MyTeam Unlimited. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do it from, like, say I lose a game in MyTeam Unlimited, and then once I've lost the game, basically receive whatever rewards I get by resetting. So I reset after I lost my first game. And what happened was, 2K does this thing where if you reset, you don't get your, like, rewards for how many wins. So I got so-and-so wins, I reset, and I didn't get my award for it. So that's a little annoying, but thankfully I did have a pack, like the exact pack, because I'm waiting to do a award pack opening, but we're slowly building up those packs to try and do it. So basically, this is a quick rundown of the team that I did. So a couple of these players were mainly discard. A couple of them. So the most expensive player in this team was the Joel Embiid for 1,250. Yeah, it's we're working on cheap change at the moment. Other notable cards are Jason Richardson, Daryl Armstrong, Markel Fultz, and Doug Collins and Jeff Green. They're mainly the main standout players. We also got LaMarcus Aldridge for 600, Kenneth Reed for 500. Somehow managed to get him below discard. Also got Kristaps for below discard at 550. DeMar DeRozan for 750. Landry Fields for 750. Ben Simmons for 750. And I had 700 MT left to spare. So what we did with that is we just bought. I went to the golds. The cheapest golds you can get at the moment are 750, so I just waited to snipe one for that 700, just so I can make some MT profit. So after I bought all those, I ended up with 50 MT remaining. So we're going into game 1. This guy was basically, I could tell he was new to the game. He was just doing some, basic errors, like jumping at everything. Now, I tend to do that quite a bit, especially in MyTeam Unlimited, just because this is my first game of MyTeam Unlimited in God knows how long, but it's been so long since I played the MyTeam Unlimited, just because I'm really not a fan of the gameplay. So I was hoping this series would try and help me get back into the gameplay as much as I can. Another thing that's kind of I want to do with this series is show you guys some budget beasts, we'll call them. Some cheap players that you could potentially get to add to your lineup if you're just starting out the game, even if you want to do this, like if you want to have 10,000 MT, like set yourself a target of only spending that, playing in MyTeam Unlimited, and obviously when your 3 losses happen, sell the team, sell all the stuff you get in your pack, and then just go from there. I will say contracts and everything, I will be adding myself. I don't want this series to be hindered by contracts in this game, just because I hate how the contracts work in this game. You get 1 contract, the max you can get is 5. In FIFA, the max contract you can get is 28. And it's cheaper than a +5 in this game. So it's a little ridiculous. So this first game ended a bit weirdly. As you can see, we basically run down the entire clock. And yeah, got a win just by quitting the game. So in this game, managed to get 437 MT added onto the account. We're just going to go into game number 2. So the types of squads I was going up against was a mixture of either rubies and sapphires, or in this case, Galaxy Opal T-Mac, of course, a ruby point guard, and the rest were mainly bronzes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This guy destroyed me. Like it was men's against boys. Like he absolutely rinsed me with that T-Mac. I think he scored 50 points by the end of it, which it was rather embarrassing, I'll be honest. But you know what? It is what it is, and I still had. I wouldn't say I had fun, but it was interesting trying to use these different players that I hadn't used before. I would say I thought Daryl Armstrong and Markel Fultz would be the highlights of the team. Now, their attributes are actually okay, but I can't tell if it's the game mode or what, but their stamina is awful. Like within 3-4 minutes, they're in the red/amber color, which was very, very annoying, just trying to swap them out. Even in the first game, it was ridiculous how often I had to swap them out just from them being tired. Other highlights in this game, so obviously I've used the Pink Diamond Jeff Green, and even the Ruby Jeff Green, you could tell by his attributes that he's quite a balanced, can do everything to a decent level type of card. Was a bit let down by him. He was making a few jump shots here and there, but overall the team was a little bit of a letdown. Obviously, you are using sapphires and a few rubies, so you kind of want to judge your expectations based on that. But the amount of open shots I missed in this game, in just both of these games, was rather ridiculous. It was just insane, just how many wide open jumpers I was missing. So how did this game end up? Well, around 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, as you can tell, I am getting absolutely destroyed. He took out T-Mac and he took out his I can't remember who he had. It was a Ruby point guard. As soon as he took them out, I started scoring. Just because I feel like if I had my actual team and he had a proper team, I feel like it could have been a lot. I'd hope it would have been a lot closer. But you know what? You can only work with what you're given. And unfortunately, I'm working with a 10k team. So it's not ideal. But it ended up I got blown out big time. And to be fair, after the game, I got 796 MT. So that isn't too bad. So obviously, how I wanted this to end is I was just going to end it on the first win. So I would get 500 MT and a base league award pack. So this is just for this episode. We're only going to, just for this episode, just because I didn't know any better. We're going to just use the 1 500 MT and the 1 base league reward pack just from the awards. Just because I happen to have the pack like from a triple threat board. So it wasn't too bad. But obviously in future I will go the full 12 games if I can, obviously. If I start the episode at 0-3, it's just 3 losses without getting any wins, then you know, series over, I guess. But no. Obviously the more we get, the more MT we get, the better teams we get, the better players I can show you guys, and just the better players I can recommend you. Obviously, if you have any players you want me to maybe look at to get into the series, obviously I'll jot down, I'll show on video the amount of MT I actually have left. I have it all in the notepad form, and I'll put like annotations and text chats all above the screen based off what my actual coins are remaining. So after the 500 MT that I got with the base league award pack, the 430 I had from game 1, and the 796 from game 2, plus the 50 coins remaining, ended up having 1783 MT. Alright, so now we're looking at this base reward pack. Not too great. I mean, in terms of like what I want to pack, sapphires I want to stay away from just because they're worthless. Emeralds can be okay, just depends which ones I have. Rubies are pretty much worthless as well. Amethysts, if I pack an amethyst, I'm going to be very annoyed just because they're one of the hardest things to pack. Like, it's 2%, I think, to pack an amethyst. I think they've changed the odds now just because they're not very, you know, they're not the cards you want anymore. But in terms of this pack, I actually got a silver, which is one of the ones I want, just because silvers at the moment still have some value in the auction house. I'm not really sure why, it's just, I don't know, because they all come out of the same packs. Whether people are just keeping them in their account, like, I'm not really too sure. But we got a Keldon Johnson, so I'll say, obviously, it'll show up on screen what I've sold everything for. I accidentally redeemed 2 before I click record, because of course I did. But everything is being redeemed on screen right now. So as you can see, I sold everything for 14,750 MT. Take off tax, I get 13,275. plus the 1,783 that I got from playing the games and the extra 50 and the 500. I get 15k to spend on the next team. So if there's any players you guys want me to use, potentially look at, drop them down in the comments. I will more than happy to be looking at them. In terms of the editing structure I'm going to do for next video, obviously if it's like 8 games, I will edit it down quite a bit just because I don't want the videos to be like 30 minutes, just because that's really no need. But I might potentially look into streaming the series as well. Like if I start streaming again, might do a few episodes on there and just, you know, upload the live or maybe even edit it down. Who knows? Just all just depends how this first video goes. So yeah, guys, that's it for the first video. If you did enjoy the video, please drop a like and subscribe if you're new, clicking the bell to get my notifications. Again, guys, just if you want to recommend me some players, I have 15k to spend. Obviously, I have to buy 13 players, so don't go recommending like a diamond or pink diamonds. Well, maybe you can get a couple diamonds for 4k. I mean, you know, if you want to pick one, then, you know, just drop them down in the comments. I will be more than happy to look at them. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys all later. Take care and peace.